Here manager Allinson after a 2-1 defeat to Leiston. After questionable refereeing, do you think a draw would have been a fair result?
Probably a fair result in the end, but take nothing away from Leiston tonight. They come here and were decent, but we weren't great, and we had a good meeting in the change rooms with the boys because just looked like maybe we've peaked a little bit too early this season. That's not writing us off because I still believe we've got a group in there that can go on and win 7 or 8 games. But we look very tired. We look like we've been to the world too many times maybe. We look leggy tonight, I felt. We look like we haven't got any belief at the moment in front of goal. We were not creating loads of chances. And I think lack of discipline's cost us tonight, Caden, if I'm honest. And that's not lack of discipline in terms of going and 2-footing someone or having a fight with someone. Lack of discipline in terms of doing their jobs. And, you know, take Sol, for example, been brilliant all season. Gives the ball away in midfield 1-0 when we're comfortable in the game. Goes after the ball to try and win it back. And his over-eagerness to slide in on the left back, and he gives away a real poor penalty. And then I take full responsibility. Me and Eddie take full responsibility for the second goal. You know, we've left for some reason. People haven't been given their jobs. Brett's come on. We've left 3 up front. They've got 1 over on the corner, and the lad who's not being marked, the 10 that should be being marked, has rifled it home in the last minute. And as I say, take nothing away from Leiston tonight. They've come in and been very good, but as good as they were, I felt we were poor tonight.
We're going through a bit of a difficult stage at the moment. What do you feel that we have to do differently to kind of get out of it?
We've got to go and find some belief and enjoyment in the game. You know, I don't think we're having the effect that we were having at the start of the season, or sort of the middle part of Christmas and the back end of Christmas, in terms of when we were turning teams, we were looking strong and squeezing on, and we're not quite at that level at the moment. As I said to you, I feel we look very, very tired. I feel we look very, very leggy. And you've got to remember, we've got a lot of group of players in there that didn't play a lot of football last year, and they've played a lot this year. And maybe, you know, the squad might be a little bit too short. But as I said to you on Saturday, we have to work within budgets, and that's football. We have to accept that. You know, we're having a fantastic season, take nothing away from the season we've had, but we just look like maybe we've got to a part where we look like we can't kick on at the moment, and we need to take a step back, find out what the problem is, and try and go again on Saturday against St Neots.
Ben Walster came on in the second half for, I think it was Liam Brooks. That meant that Jack Bradshaw went into midfield. This is something that we saw last game against Royston. What was the reasoning for putting him in midfield? Was it trying to kind of...
Well, we come out second half and we started the game really well second half. We pinned them in, we got a couple of corners, we took a poor corner that's ended up out of the area, and they sort of broke on us, and for 15 minutes it felt like we just couldn't get out of our half. We had Bally in, obviously the 10, Brooksy's not had loads of football out wide, and Shawnee on the other wing. I just felt they were getting on top of us in midfield. As I say, we made a change and put Benny on at right back, Jack in midfield, Bally to the left, Sean to the right. And I felt very, very confident, and I felt like we were back to our best at that period of the game. You know, I didn't feel that they then, after a couple of chances, they weren't really creating. I felt the game had gone stale, and as I said, one moment of madness from Sol has cost us a penalty, and the lad stuck it away.
What does this mean about Saturday's game against St Neots?
Well, it's massive. You know, every game's massive at this stage of the season. You know, we've got to go there one game at a time and try and get 3 points. It'll be hard. They're young, they're hungry. And we've got to find some energy from somewhere. We'll train Thursday night. You know, the disappointing thing for me tonight is just cut off. I don't want to berate the referee or anything like that, but you see as well as I did tonight, there were some bad decisions, and the one that led up to their second goal, there was 2 clear-cut handballs in there. One that the lads actually moved his arm to. And you get them decisions, and as I said, at 1-0 as well, their keeper's made an absolute worldie from Joe's header. And that's a bit of the luck we're having probably at the moment as well. Some days they go in, at the moment they're not going in for us. Again, take nothing away from Leiston, but as I say, I've gone off on one there. But on Saturday it'd be difficult. You know, we've got to regroup, we've got to make sure the injured players are okay, and we've got to try and find a result and 3 points from somewhere.
Brilliant, thank you.
Cheers, mate.